Question was, if Mr. Hoffman comes in and puts his name on that agenda to be able to speak to this board, is he going to be allowed to address his elected representatives, or are you going to try to force him to go through his attorney?
I'm saying that anybody who comes before this body and presents themselves for the agenda can be denied the spot.
Sir, I'm asking you if, I'm asking you, so you're saying that he can maybe be allowed, maybe not be allowed. They have the discretion to allow or not allow.
Absolutely. You saw here today what these guys have to do. There's a lot of business that has to get done here, but frankly, this is a waste of time.
Frankly,
Wasting the taxpayer, Douglas County representative, you are wasting the taxpayer, Jackson County money for me and for these guys to address your.
I would challenge that I might have already been gone had you not decided to interrupt me and elaborate in this legal manner the way you have and not answer the question.
We're done.
We are.
Have a good day. I'm not surprised you're all. I just asked. Not random. You said no. Enough. You have an attorney. You'll need to go through your attorney to our attorney. To do what? To communicate with this board. Okay. You sent a letter to us. Yeah. You started that process. Okay. So that's the process that you want to communicate with us. Until our attorney is told otherwise, you don't get to communicate with us one-on-one. Go through your attorney.
Mr. Hoffman is a member of the public, is he not?
He chose his direct. I'll let our attorney explain this.
Does he, he relinquishes those rights to speak at a public meeting?
No, he doesn't relinquish any rights. He has chosen himself to seek this method of communication.
Gentlemen, my name is Michael. I'm with Lawrence Accountability. I traveled up from Douglas County.
A little bit. Yeah.
It's okay. My name is Michael. I'm with Lawrence Accountability. I drove up from Lawrence this morning. The reason I drove up is I wanted to address something that happened in this room last week. Recording has gotten out onto the internet, and I'd appreciate it if your attorney would pay attention for a moment here, because this does involve him. Last week, it came to our attention that a man named Hoffman, Mr. Hoffman, was in this room attempting to speak during a comment period. And during that period,
It wasn't a comment.
okay, I'd like to finish.
State it correctly if you're going to state something, or leave it general, because I'm not going to allow you to misrepresent what happened when I was present in these elements. Okay? Go ahead. The people had asked, that were commenting, had asked to be on the agenda.
There were 3 individuals that were on the agenda, but go ahead.
Okay. In any case, you opened a public comment period where people were, okay. You're a frustrating individual. I'll just say that right now. Okay. No, how about you let me talk and just be quiet for a minute? Okay. In any case, what happened? Okay. You said me a moment ago that I had the floor, and this man's been continually interrupting me.
So be polite.
Okay. I want to ask him to not interrupt me any further. Can we do that?
Could you please state things correctly if you're going to state them?
Okay, you had an individual in here that was attempting to give a public comment. I don't care about the period that you had open. I don't care about what was going on. Okay? But in any case, you, sir, Keith, and you, the attorney, Mr. What's your name again? Luckman, decided that since he had mailed some legal paperwork to you, that he no longer had the right to speak in this room. That was what was heard on the audio. So regardless of what kind of public period you had open, the argument that you made at that point in time was that he had to converse with you through his attorney. I'm here to tell you today that that is improper. Your attorney is wrong by saying that. You guys are wrong by saying that. An individual can sue this county, can hire an attorney and sue the pants out of this county, and he can still come in and make public comments. He still has that right. whether he did not get on the agenda or whatever, that wasn't the argument that you made. The argument that both of you made last week was that because he had hired an attorney and had started processes somehow, I'm not even aware of what the processes are completely. All I know is that you guys said because he'd hired an attorney that he had to talk to you guys through his attorney, talk to his elected representatives through his attorney. That is improper. That's all.
Here's opinion, sir.
In the opinion of the United States Constitution. In the opinion of the United States Constitution. You can't tell a man that he can't come in and speak during public. So if he comes in and signs up on that list, is he going to be allowed to speak, or does he have to speak to you through his attorney?
I'll take it because you're laboring under.
Answer that if you would, please.
For you and the folks who will be viewing this to understand that the Kansas Open Meetings Act only requires the meeting to be open. It doesn't allow the public comment. This body can, if it desires, allow public comment extensively, disallow it, or whatever in between. There are time, place, and manner restrictions.
You are correct.
In speech. And the gentleman who was wanting to speak didn't lose any rights because he didn't have the right to talk in this meeting. He has the right to go out there on the steps. He has the right to call his own meeting, have his own.
Did you not have other individuals speaking?
Are you interrupting?
Allow him to finish.
Okay, see? We allowed them because they asked to be on the agenda,
Okay.
and they did not have any type of extracurricular legal implications to what they were saying, because they hadn't engaged in the same things that Mr. Hoffman did. And Mr. Hoffman himself said, I believe in a post, that it was a cease and desist letter. Whether or not that's the case, we're not going to go into the details of what is discussed between attorneys or the correspondence. We consider the matter resolved in the sense that there was an open records matter that was addressed by the AG, and we have results from that.
Okay.
Now, if Mr. Hoffman believes there is something extra that needs to be addressed, that's fine. But let's go back to the main point is that there's no constitutional right under the First Amendment to speak at an open meeting.
May I retort?
Huh?
May I retort?
No, you may not.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying that as an absolute because that is, the statute does not say you have a right to speak at an open meeting.
Okay.
There are rights, the time, place, manner restrictions. Like I said, this is constitutional law 101, and laws printed all around about the First Amendment, that you can't just speak anywhere you want to, that this body.
Is the attorney not aware that if you open a comment period, you can't allow one and not the other? You can't be specific like that. Huh? I'm getting a lecture now, sir. I'm not interested in a lecture. Okay, I'm not interested in a lecture from the attorney. I asked a straightforward question. If Mr. Hoffman comes in here and asks to be put on the agenda, will he be allowed to speak, or is he going to be required to communicate with this board through his attorney? Question. Easy answer.
The easy answer is that if there is an issue that the public comment is becoming disruptive, problematic, or causes difficulty, this body to do the work that it's supposed to be doing.
My question was not about disruptions. My question was, if Mr. Hoffman comes in and puts his name on that agenda to be able to speak to this board, is he going to be allowed to address his elected representatives, or are you going to try to force him to go through his attorney?
I'm saying that anybody who comes before this body and presents themselves to the agenda can be denied the spot.
Sir, I'm asking you if I'm asking you, so you're saying that he can maybe be allowed, maybe not be allowed. They have the discretion to allow or not allow.
Absolutely. You saw here today what these guys have to do. There's a lot of business that has to get done here, that frankly, this is a waste of time.
Frankly,
Wasting the taxpayer, Douglas County representative, you are wasting the taxpayer, Jackson County money for me and for these guys to address your.
I would challenge that I might have already been gone had you not decided to interrupt me and elaborate in this legal manner the way you have and not answer the question.
We're done.
We are.
Have a good day.
You too. See you on the web, Chief.
I'm sure you will.
You slammed that gavel good.
Have a great day.
Now I see why I got a phone call about this place.
Oh.